I'm Josh and Pedro from class 2016, running under Hilom, hanay ng mga scholar na naglilingkod sa medisina, running as your next MSC Chairperson. It will be my privilege to be your next MSC Chairperson because, in my opinion, I can have what it takes to lead the Medicine Student Council or the MSC to be an even better MSC in the future, to serve the College of Medicine, its students, and the rest of the people in the Philippines, especially the underserved, as the college teaches us to serve. So I want to be the next MSC Chair so we can make these actions and make these plans, make these dreams, make these ideals made into reality, so that we can actually do what it takes to further our goals, not just as students, but as future doctors and as citizens of our country who are indebted to the people who helped us study through the College of Medicine. Some of my complete plans as an MSC Chairperson would be, well, ultimately, the role of the MSC Chairperson is to guide the MSC student, the Medical Student Council, to ultimately guide over the projects, to make sure that the projects are working properly and the like. But one of the things that I would concretely do as an MSC Chair is to help direct the work of the committees towards more service-oriented programs, such as for example, it's one thing to do regular medical missions or relief efforts for those affected by the calamities. But it's one thing as an MSC Chairperson to actually find the avenue, find the possible venues so that we can actually become to fulfill our roles as medical students, not just to ourselves, but also to those who need it most. One of the example of concrete plans is to lobby in the college to be able to have a quick response team, so that medical students can also serve their fellow Filipinos, especially the underserved, during calamitous times, in which case we can actually provide medical services and the like to those who need it the most during these times. Our platform is different from the rest of from those that are presented with the other groups in the college, because although one thing we provide a fresh perspective for the MSC, because we can see that the other platforms of our other opponents in the election, some of them come from people, although yes, they are more experienced in the MSC, it is one thing to add further fresh ideas into what the MSC can do, aside from what it has done. And beyond that, our platform comes from the three of us, so that's Gian and Jen. Both come from, one comes from LU1, the other comes from LU3. So as we can see, the platform comes from people spread out across the College of Medicine, so from LU1, LU3, and LU5. So we are able to encompass a wide range of the possible students in the College of Medicine. And we can see with the current MSC projects that there are attempts to do this. But what Hilom wanted to show in our platform is that yes, there are some projects, but we want to further maximize it. Further maximize that there are roles for basic scientists, researchers, managers, educators, and social mobilizers. Well, we can do most of these. It should be our training in the college that we should receive all 5 kinds of, be able to be all these 5 different roles for us. So with Hilom, we're thinking of projects, for example, that would be able to make us educators and social mobilizers, not just within the college, not just to our patients in the hospital, but also to those outside. So we can do this by making immersions, or we can do this by actually being able to share not just to those students in other medical schools, but also to the people who are in various sectors of society. So, so, so there's a need for change because we need to really redirect what we really want to be as medical students. So we can be medical students with our training in the college, and we can further maximize this by through the MSc projects or extracurricular activities that the MSc can provide. Okay, so we can see that the advisory council used to be a major part of the central committee. So we see that in the MSc Constitution, it says that the central committee is one of the highest decision-making bodies in the MSc. So in my opinion, in our opinion, it's what the advisory council is, well, as the name implies, to advise. And thus, an advisory council doesn't have a maximal role in decision-making bodies. It has a role in advising for that decision, but not necessarily to help in the actual formation of the decision of the body. It's one thing that we believe that the MSc will be better because, one, you get the opinions not just from people who are advising you from wherever standpoint they may come from, but rather they come from those that were elected by the students because their mandate lies with the trust that the students have given them because they have voted for them, to the LU reps because they come from the different learning units and thus form the population of the college, and the committee heads because they have the technical know-how since they are heads of their respective committees and thus have various standpoints and expertise on the matter in which we can put it together to make a coherent plan as part of the central committee to decide in matters regarding the council. My MSc is accountable.
So for the fun part, give us your favorite color.
Blue.
Favorite food?
Sushi.
Favorite med subject?
HS1.
Favorite med prof?
Nakarabundo.
Favorite place on campus?
Student lounge.
Favorite body part?
Hand.
Okay.